Do you think you can tell the difference between photos taken with the Fujifilm 16mm 1.4 and the new 18mm 1.4? Well, let's find out. So I recently picked up the 18mm 1.4 and I'm not gonna lie, it's becoming probably my favorite Fujifilm lens of all time. But prior to that, my favorite Fujifilm lens was the 16mm 1.4, which is a wide angle, low aperture, epic portrait lens that I use for a lot of portraits in my wedding photography and portrait photography. And while a lot of you may think that the 2mm focal length difference doesn't make a huge difference, it actually does, and I wanted to put you all to the test to see if you could tell the difference. What you're not gonna see here is kind of like a side-by-side comparison of the same image with the same settings, the same composition, same aperture, shutter speed, all that stuff, because I'm pretty sure that you can probably find something scientific and clinical somewhere on the internet if you search hard enough. Instead, I wanted to put you all in kind of like a blind test situation to see really if you can tell the difference, if 2mm actually makes a big difference or if you can't really tell, considering it's the same photographer, the same approach for kind of wide angle portraits, but just a different type of lens. Alright, with all that said, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how this blind test is going to work. So first, take out a pen and a paper or open up a new note on your iPhone or your mobile phone and number it from 1 through 30. Then from there, I'm going to show you 30 images, 15 from the 16mm 1.4 and 15 from the 18mm 1.4. But they're all going to be kind of shuffled around so you won't know which one is which. It's your job to write down which lens you think created each image. And after that, I'm going to show you all the results along with the camera settings and of course the lens that took the photo. Now it's time to get started. So I'm curious, how did you do? Let me know down in the comments by writing how many you got out of 30 right. I'm hoping this video showed you that the 16mm 1.4 and the 18mm 1.4 are super different, or maybe they're not. Maybe they're exactly the same and you can't really tell. Well, regardless, I think either conclusion is going to help you have a more informed purchasing decision on which lens is right for you based on kind of like the output, the distortion, the close focusing, the rendering, whatever image quality that you actually prefer. If you're ready to pull the trigger on one of these lenses, I have links down in the description below to both lenses if you want to purchase the lens using these links, which will support the channel at no additional cost to you. And if you want me to come up with my official review of the 18mm 1.4 after I've been shooting with it for about a few months now with 3 or 4 different weddings and a handful of portrait shoots, let me know down in the comments below and give this video a like. As always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post a new Fujifilm or photography video every week, but if that's too long, please be sure to follow me on Instagram at ReggieBPhoto, as I'm posting new tips, tricks, and tutorials every single day. Alright, that's it for me. Remember to get out, go shoot, and I'll catch you all in the next one.